tones. Stealing the chops like the that I'm on. I might go Vincent skeleton bone. You know a like me get cold. Icing out everything I own. Kick from the bottom to bottom. I brought my twin with me just like feeling Leo. These are watch me on replay, on replay, on replay. Cut through the paper, I'm killing the bill. She stuck like a post. Sit in the corner, I'm rolling my cause I heard these little out here wanna. When you start earning, they be like, give me. When they start turning, just like they Timmy. What y'all mad at me for? Why? Cause I'm pulling these stains like Lenny. Rock out soon as I get on the stage. Open it up, we bout to rage. Yeah. Can't be my equal, girl, we not the same. Everything pretty, I do what I do. 17 drop when I step in the room. Damn, watch it, I know that wasn't cool.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. The return team gonna let... Now, from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at...
Restless eyes
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears on Sunday Night Primetime. With my partner Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right now.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Both feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button and let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah, what other southern rapper hooded than this? I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the bricks. Talking about, now we're doing it, bricks. In the face, you gon' be suing me quick. If I catch another case, I know it's true to be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. Now hard talk career with a shine. I got some time, they ain't I get better with time. Who got a flow and a live show better than mine? I got a packed house yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the dope boys yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Front the back, they yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2. You wanna beef with the king? What is you gon' do? When you show up on the scene with a 2 drew on you and your friend and play a little 2-on-2. If you do half of what I do, you'll be hitting the deck. I got to get some respect. I'ma make it hard for another summer. Work well with and quick to check a lane like a game of chess. You wanna be better, bring your best. Cause we'll be standing in your front yard yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, set to get this one started. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flags.
Being on some chill, we go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills, and I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you soul, but still soul down to earth. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been cooking with the sauce. Chef Curry with the... I should probably sign a hit, boy, cause I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you gotta chill. I be on my little mouse drip.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears on Sunday Night Primetime. Going to return this from the 10. Nice job on the return. He's down close.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just... It's like a night's bringing me down. I went choke with my white cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. On the return, it's Robinson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. First play, and McCarthy to throw. He's got a receiver, it's Ty Felton. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On first down, here's McCarthy. Out to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it! And he will go all the way. Ty Felton, touchdown Vikings. That touchdown gives him 18 on the season. On now for the extra point, here's Will Reichel. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken around the 11. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. So, from the 37, here's second down and 3. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get forward for a couple. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's second and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
He'll look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Chicago.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go, set. 18, 60 Eagles, 60, 7 Pirates. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Bears. The extra point is good. And the Bears come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Let's go.
McCarthy now to throw on first and 10. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That's another quick first down. That's a 25-yard gain.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Here's a first carry for their running back. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 33, here's second and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That one taken in by Mitchell. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. We're back to Soldier Field after this. On 4th down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5.
Here we go, shot. Check, 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 check. Ready?
Handoff here, up the middle. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He finds Austin with the grab. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The Bears send out their punt team. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. That's caught. It's Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. A pickup of 44 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He's got it at about Saul. Touchdown, Minnesota. Reichard, good with the extra point. And the Vikings will get out in front, 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now a hit, and he lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Hey, smash. Trap 60, trap 60. Hut, hut. Ready, ready.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Vikings have the takeaway.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away.
And he'll take it on in. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown Vikings. That his second touchdown of the game, numbers 11 and 12 on the season. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
20-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
A handoff as they try to run it here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
1-yard loss on the play.
3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Now they'll set up to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play, and a first down.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Back to throw. He's got Loveland free left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
7-yard pickup.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Viking, 870 Rangers, 18 Rattler, 18 Pioneer. Ready,
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
They get 19 on that pass play. Good for a Bears first down.
19 yards. That's good for a Bears first down.
Trap 60,
First and 10 at the
They'll look to throw again. That's to the tight end, Loveland. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
At the 20-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace. And a good return here. He is out of bounds, up past the 30.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
McCarthy to the air on second down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Williams to throw on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third and long.
60. Here we go. Set. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 18. Pioneer. Riggs. 18. Rattler. 18. Rattler.
He'll look to throw. Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
At the 44-yard line.
The motion man here is Mitchell.
19. Tiger.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Minnesota.
McCarthy now to throw on first and 10. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it first and goal. They'll look to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
One final throw before the break. Exiting the pocket right. That's going to be incomplete. They say no to the field goal, but that backfires. They're going to come away with nothing as this first half comes to an end. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Set. Cougar 19. Ball 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go street.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go now.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. Is taken in by Felton. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
At the 7-yard line.
79. Shut up. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Let's go.
Here's a run. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. And that is touchdown number 25 on the year. Reichert good with the extra point. And the Vikings will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Mustang 19. Set.
They'll begin here on the ground. Room to run at the 35. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Warrior 70. Ready.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It was really a disappointing performance. I'm a little surprised, Mike, that he continues to put the ball in danger this often. I mean, to make a couple mistakes early on, that happens, but at some point you got to make a correction. And until he does, this defense just continues to make it pay.
A big play to kick off this drive. And even 30 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Rolling right. He runs with it to the pylon. He's in. Jake. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, he tries to lateral the ball, but it's a mistake. That ball is out. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Riker good with the extra point. The Vikings add on to their already sizable lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down. Shy of the 25-yard line.
23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. Finding room at the 35. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
70 range, 70 range.
He'll drop to throw. A throw downfield caught by Burton. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
28 yards.
A pickup there of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught left side by Odunze. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Out of coverage. Excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They'll look to throw yet again. Flush to his right. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats. Makes mom and dad happy. But, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
On the return, it's Robinson. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings. Will Riker down on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will add one more onto their big lead.
52. Bears 13.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
And they're on the 34-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got the hook up there to Ogunze. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, Chicago.
And the Bears, first down.
19 tight.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Hurt. Ready.
Back to the air one more time. That's the fourth time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Trevin Wallace.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's Saul, the man in motion.
50 red. Hut.
Back to the air again on second and 10. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And he'll be marked down to the 45-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
On the ready.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Now second and 10.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Intercepted. The Bears take over first and 10
Here we go.
at the 43-yard
Panther
line.
60. Panther 60. Let's go.
Now a run on first down. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 6. Back to throw. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 7. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter.
Trap 60. Let's go. Cougar 19.
Hey, we got to switch it up.
Hut.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Dallas Turner in there to drop him. That time, it's a loss of 7. A shotgun snap. He'll look to... Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now, it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, check that. Street. Riggs. Bravo 80. 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Warrior 70. Get up.
Throw right side, caught by Odunze. Great job by this defense. Nowhere near the end zone as we get to 4th and goal. No reason not to go for it at this point. They will on 4th and goal.
Viking 18. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. Now he'll work his way out right. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he's out of bounds, up close to the 30-yard line.
First down.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Forced to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
Red 38.
Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
He gets this complete to Mitchell. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Riker now to add the extra point. He's got it. The Vikings will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
This one taken in by Odunze. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
And the Bears, 1st down.
Chap 60.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
That's to Odunze again. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Not just a 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Vikings, switch. Ready. 18, 70 Lions. Ready.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10.
Throwing now on first and 10. That one knocked away. And it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, Snake Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's toward the sideline. Caught by Burton. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
On the set. Set. Over. 70.
Here's a toss, right side. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
At this point, we're going to need two hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got it at the 3. And he's close to the goal line, but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's third and goal. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through. And the Bears will get just a bit closer.
Bears 20.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Let's go now.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quickly, he gets it out to his right. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
A tough spot here. Third and long.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Panther 11. Here we go. 60. 7 Pirates. Ready.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Smith, red. 10 cycles. Check. Ready.
They'll try the right side this time. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up as the 25-yard line. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. They finished the season on a high note. Now they'll have the week.